Another brilliant day here in the south. Well, it started out that way, a little bit cool, but we've got some cloud now and the temperature hasn't warmed up much. How are you going, Frank?
Yeah, no, pretty chilly here. We got another good frost. We've had quite a few in a row now,
Right.
and but it will clear up. I can see the sky is starting to clear away, so we'll be in for a good day.
Well, Frank's advised me that the power will go off later on today, or 9 o'clock. So we better get cracking and get on to make sure we get it all covered. So I'll just find my list of things I need to chat about. Oh yeah, the first one is last week you might have seen this, the news article in relation to the $200 million worth of planned upgrades at Ohakea Air Force Base for the infrastructure behind the Poseidons. So apparently they're pulling the plug on that. You would have thought that they maybe would have run contemporaneously while they're building the planes, they're doing the upgrade, but hey, I'm not in government, so I can't comment. But I'll put that article link below, and you can have a read for yourself and make your own decisions. Frank, hearing loss, something that we all suffer from. You know something about that?
Yeah, well, I think we're pretty fortunate here with our Veterans Affairs with regards hearing loss. I know I had no problem getting hearing aids when I needed them, but I see the Ministry of Defence in the UK has finally accepted responsibility for the hearing loss suffered by all military personnel. This will offer a fair bit of hope, they say, because it's quite difficult to get hearing aids in the UK.
Right. So maybe that's not the problem here. Vans are quite, from my experience, quite open to hearing loss caused by or through your service. So if you need to get into that queue, don't forget, fill out the form, zip it off to Veterans Affairs, and see what the response is. Both Frank and I have hearing aids, and we've both had the little recent tune-up that it's time for the 6 yearly review of our hearing and any extra loss and the perhaps potential upgrade of hearing aids. So get in the queue if you've got some issues with your hearing suffered through your service. On our playlist on our YouTube channel, we've had a playlist added, which is memories of Anzac NZ4 Southeast Asia, so NZ4C. And that's just video clips that we've one of our members has compiled and is putting up there. So if you have a spare few minutes on a rainy day, pop in there, have a look. Now, for the grandparents out there, here's one for you. The New Zealand Army Museum in Waiouru. Those of you who've served in Waiouru will just be dying to get back there to show the grandkids where you served and the interesting things. But the museum is running an exhibition and some activities during the school holidays. So if you're passing through, heading north or south, or if you need a day's trip somewhere, pop in and pay them a visit. The focus story is around the story of the Army Rowing Aid, which took place 1919 Peace Regatta. So there you go. There's a bit of history for you to discover. What else have we got here? Okay, so on the front of the things happening for veterans, Te Kiwi Maya are holding a wellbeing workshop at the Ranfurly Veterans Centre on the 19th of July. And when we finish this this podcast, I'll put the links below when I post it, and you can have a look at that. And if you're in that area, you want to go along, you have to register. So there's two links, one that will take you to the information and the other will take you to the registration. And don't forget, for people around the New Plymouth area, 25th of July is the Regional Case Management Clinic run by Veterans Affairs in New Plymouth. Don't forget, you need to book an appointment. Give them a buzz on 0800 482 8372. There you go. That's really quite sweet and short. The other thing is thank you to the 63 subscribers who click on our YouTube page and have liked and are now subscribing. So if you do go onto that page and have a look, don't forget, leave us a subscribe and a like. That makes life easier for us. We know we're getting some stuff happening. I think that's about that. Last post, Frank. Crossing
Yes, I've got one this week. NZ 15066, Dawson Eric, radio telegraphist, second class, Royal New Zealand Navy. He served in the Suez Canal crisis, Malayan emergency, Operation Grapple. Eric crossed the bar on the 5th of June 2024, and the service has been held. Condolences to the family and friends.
Thank you, Frank. 30811. Colonel retired Milne Ross G, ONZM, RNZIR, called time on the 4th of July in Christchurch, age 78. Ross was enlisted in the Army early in 1965, doing a basic training course before going to OCS Portsea and graduating the following year, and in June 1966 into the Royal New Zealand Infantry Regiment. He served with Whiskey 2 Company in South Vietnam, November 68 to 69, as the platoon commander, and returned to serve in Singapore between 1976 and 1978, initially as the 2IC of the Jungle Bunnies Alpha Company under, I think it was Tony Burks at that time. On his return from Singapore, Ross changed from the regular force to the territorial force, eventually becoming the CO of 2 RNZIR and the deputy commander of 3 Task Force. I think the details of his funeral have been posted elsewhere. I understand it is the Monday, the 15th of July, at Lamb and Haywood, Wairaki Road. I think afternoon, maybe 2 o'clock, but have a look on the other sites and you will be able to confirm that. And again, our condolences go out to the families of those who have passed away in the last week. And again, any support that you need, don't be afraid to give us a call. Or if you, as a member of SIAVA, run across someone in that position who's recently lost someone, steer them towards the RSA and or Veterans Affairs to ensure they get their full range of benefits that they are entitled to. So there we go, Frank. That sounds like us for today, doesn't it?
That's excellent. Just one thing, if I could remind all the ex-Navy communicators who served especially with me in the 60s and 70s, we have our reunion coming up on the 18th and 19th of October in New Plymouth. The numbers are starting to get up quite substantially. So if you want to get in there, email us quickly.
Good on you. Thanks, thanks, Frank. And yes, don't forget the 27th of July is the annual general meeting at the Birkenhead RSA of SIAVA. To those who have been recently making some payments to cover your subscription so you can vote, good on you. Thank you very much. If you haven't, Morris will welcome your donation or your subscription to help keep the organisation alive and functioning. And we look forward to seeing you all in the not too distant future. Also, there is a President's Report that I've submitted to Morris. You most likely put that up on the SIAVA page in the coming weeks, along with any remits and so forth that we need to advertise. Oh, well, that sounds like about us for today, Frank.
Right. Oh, well, that's good. And if you do get the flu, it takes a while to get rid of it, so stay warm.
Good one, Frank. Well, you look after yourself and keep warm and enjoy your day's activities up in Hamilton, and we'll catch you next week. And for those of you who check into the YouTube page, don't forget, I'm starting to sound like one of those people on YouTube. Give us a like and subscribe just below. Hey, we'll see you next week. Take care, look after each other and yourself. Thank you for looking in.
Bye.